So let me tell you about Life Mastery. This is my experience, totally unbiased or biased, whichever it comes out to be, but this experience was amazing. Finished Life Mastery last week, the first virtual Life Mastery ever by Tony Robbins, taught by Luke Wren and Lauren something, but it was an experience, man. I've got a few big takeaways. I just want to share with you the big takeaways that I have from this event, because it's so easily implemented into our daily lives, and it's changed a ton for me. I really didn't know what to expect going into this event, but I know the individuals that have been through it have also got a powerful transformation if they believe in the methodology they can apply to their life. I didn't really know we were going to be detoxing on this event. Initially, when I signed up for this event, I didn't know what it was about. I didn't know what Life Mastery, mastering our life, was all about, and now I know. This event is off the chain. It's so much different than his Date with Destiny event, his Business Mastery event. I'm not sure if you're familiar or interested in Tony Robbins or whatsoever. I think he's definitely got more of a masculine energy than most. I think some dislike, some are huge fans of his. I've definitely become one of those huge fans because he's added a lot to my life. I've implemented a ton with my business, with my life, my relationships, how I perceive situations, how I act, how long I stay in bad states. I don't really stay mad too long at all because of this man, but I digress. Life Mastery is something else, man. The first thing I got to share with you, I've got him right here. I'll give you a closer look. The mood meter. The mood meter was one of the biggest, I think it was one of the smallest takeaways of the event, but one of the biggest implementations for me. The mood meter is a category of 30 different emotions that you could feel, 15 on the positive range, 15 on the negative range. And at any point in the day, you can go to this mood meter and write down what mood you're in. Set an X, set the time at when you felt that specific emotion, and then you can go ahead and make the decision to change your state to elevate that emotion, right? Sounds super simple, but like, how effective is that? Usually like when I'm in somewhat of a bad mood, or I've been sitting too long, or I'm more sedentary than I'd like, I'm just feeling blah, and I'm working at a slower pace, feeling like a sloth, I just get up and like jump on my rebounder, which is just behind my desk here. I'd go take the dog for a walk / run, get some energy out of him, and get a little state change going in me, get the blood flowing, and just kind of, disrupt my pattern per se in my day. But now I can consciously make the decision of, okay, if I want to radically elevate my emotional state, what can I do? And I'm no longer doing just those basic things that I was doing repetitively that kind of got old. It's like doing the same workout over and over again. Like, the shit gets old. You get tired of it. So my rebounder, as great as it is, just wasn't having the same effect anymore. I'd walk over there and do the same motion I've been doing for weeks or months. Like, it just didn't get me going like it used to. So I do new movements. I get up and I run a lap around the house in the dead of winter. There's 10 inches of snow out there. That's going to freaking elevate my mood. That's going to change my state. And it does. I say affirmations in my head. I go run a few laps around the house and have the dog chase me, whatever it is. But like, now I can make the conscious decision with this mood meter to do something radically different to change my mood dramatically. And if I assess this 3 to 4 times throughout the day, then my mood is getting radically better. I mean, it's amazing. So if you have any concept of the mood meter, you've got to check it out, because you can just consciously take a tally as to where you're at, and then consciously make a decision to say, I'm going to elevate this a few points by doing something that maybe I've done before that I know works for me, whether it's jumping jacks, air squats, jumping on the rebounder, doing anything that's going to change that state, or the mood meter. Amazing. Use it, figure out how you can use it. It's incredible. The second thing I took away from Life Mastery was the RPM planner, which I have right here. The entire planning method. So this came after Life Mastery, but it's the starting guide. It's how to use RPM. So why am I even showing you this when you don't know what it is? The RPM planning method was the second biggest takeaway. Oh my gosh, more so than the freaking mood meter, because this one was gold. This is a gold mine, like, huge takeaway. So let me tell you real quick, the RPM planning method. So I've always used planners that are task-based, to-do-based. So I'm writing down my tasks throughout the day. I'm writing down my to-do list, the things I have to attack throughout the day. But I was not getting excited by them. You know, I'd have this list of stuff to do, and I'd walk into this office, which is beautiful. I love my office space, but I started to tie this physical space to the emotion of not wanting to get these things done that I needed to get done. And I was using sheer willpower, like I was pedaling my bike with the handbrake held. So I was progressing, but I was using so much energy, so much force, when all I had to do was let go of that freaking handbrake. And this RPM planning method is where it's at, man. It stands for results focused, purpose driven, massive action plan. Yes, I just had to read the box to recite that back to you because I'm still new to this, but it's huge this week. I've gotten more done this week than I have the past month. No joke. And I've just been writing it down in this spiral notebook so far. My old planner, actually, the notes portion of my old planner, I'm literally using to use a new planner method. I'm cheating on this nice red planner. So the RPM planning method is basically taking those to-dos, writing those to-dos out, which is your massive action plan, and turning them into a result, right? So for instance, one of my to-dos today was messaging people back. So the goal, the result, was to respond to all my Facebook messages. I haven't checked my messages in a few days, so I had to message people back today. So the result was to respond to all my Facebook messages, right? So when I come into my office and I focus on the result, right? I write down that result. It's very enticing to reach the end objective, to obtain what you want to out of the to-do. So when I chase after the result, the to-do kind of falls in line. I'm no longer just focusing on a task that I have to get done. I'm locked onto the result, and then I just do what's necessary to get the result, whatever it may be. So by focusing on this results column, it's made a huge difference this week because I'm no longer doing the tasks or the stuff that's draining my energy that I don't want to get done or I end up procrastinating about. I'm driven towards this result. So I'll write down like 8 results in a day now. I'll get them all done. And the other thing I noticed was chunking. I learned the concept of chunking. So I had all these to-dos. If I had 15 to-dos on a list, I could condense them into like 4 results because I could take 4 or 5 of those to-dos and say, okay, these kind of like are along a similar topic. You know, they kind of have a same result. I don't have an example right now, but you get what I mean. If there's 4 or 5 things that kind of fall into the same category. So what I realized is my results column of this week has been pretty small. It's not this massive to-do list that I'm trying to work my way down and zapping my energy. No more of that. It's incredible. And then the last column, it's massive action plan. Those are your to-dos. And then the results, which is what you're focusing on each day, right? And then there's the purpose category, like why? Why do you want that result? What's the purpose of that result? So for reaching out to people, responding to all Facebook messages, it was to support people and prospect for my business. Those are two huge whys as to what I do. Support people, absolutely love that. In the health and fitness industry, love seeing people get where they want to go with their physical body, their mental state, and also prospecting for more people I can help change their lives with, right? So that's a phenomenal purpose for me to be pulled towards instead of pushing. You know, I'm no longer pushing in my days. I'm being pulled towards what I want to do, just with this different way of planning rather than having this planner and just writing down the shit I need to get done in the day, which did not excite me at all. Another big takeaway, I'll shut up soon. I told myself this would be short, but I'm really excited, man. I'm definitely no life mastery expert. I'm sure there's better reviews out there, but dude, I got some gold here. Like these 2 things alone, if you could take away and implement on yourself. I'll include the RPM planning method below in a link, and I'll also include the mood meter below, which will blow your mind. You've got to use it. Try it. You can just print it off. I'll promise I'll find a way to get it down below for you so you can utilize it. And the other thing was just the detox we did. Like, I feel incredible this week. I wake up with so much more energy. I'm waking up before my alarm, which by the way is at 5 a.m. Would have never thought. Usually getting up at 5 a.m. for me is like a grind. It's like the cool thing to do, you know, the cool kids club, the 5 a.m. club. But after doing this detox, just cleansing my body for a few days, unreal. I don't need caffeine this week. I'm like on cloud 9. So totally reset where I'm at, how I feel, how I operate my day, how I get up in the morning, how fast I move through the day. You know, I'm getting through the things I would do in my day like 2 times faster. So just super cool. So I've gotta leave that down below for you. And man, dude, The mood meter, back to the mood meter. That thing is so, like, think about it. Anytime you're below the positive line and you're one of these 15 negative emotions, like all you gotta do is consciously make a decision. How am I gonna get above that bar? How am I gonna change my state where I'm at right now and elevate my mood? And I'm telling you, one of my favorites so far has been just running a lap around the house, going outside in the cold and just running a lap around the house, coming back in, and woo, I'm geeked. My heart rate's elevated. I just like put myself in a uncomfortable position with being somewhat cold, even though I do cold therapy stuff all the time, but like I can't not feel awake. You know, I'm sure I could be mad at my socks being wet and, you know, being out of breath, but like, no, I'm energized, and most people would be. So like whatever works for you, like anything, you can have so much fun with it. You can just start chanting or screaming or yelling throughout the house or singing, you know, something to increase that internal vibration, just like something to change the state. I'm totally rambling, but I'm telling you, the mood meter, the RPM planning method, and this detox concept, even breathing, like that ice bucket challenge, that ice bucket challenge. What is this, ALS? No, I'm doing the ice bath. I did the ice bath. That was incredible. The ice bath blew my mind. Like I literally got in that tub and I did not know what to expect. I thought I had it in the bag because they prepped us. I was all hyped up. Jesse Itzler coached us to get in that tub and I freaked out. I got in that tub and after a minute and a half, hands on my thighs, I'm hyperventilating. I was trying to control my breathing and do it right because Wim Hof actually coached us through a breathing practice before we got in the tub. He coached us, he prepared us, and I still hit this panic mode. My body freaked out because it was so cold, it was so uncomfortable. And my buddy actually did the event with me, so he was standing right there, and you'll see my face in the video. You gotta see this reaction because I sit up out of the tub and about halfway, and my buddy says to me, "Are you really gonna let me make fun of you the next 3 days?" And I gave him the death stare and I just sunk back in that tub and I made it through the last 30 minutes. Or 30 seconds, 30 minutes, yeah, right. Maybe if I were Wim Hof himself. But that was so tough. What a challenge. I mean, the breathing techniques that we learned throughout this event, we breathed so many times. And I just realized how revitalized I felt from breathing. You know, sometimes you think it's like a little out there, a little woo-woo, but like just breathing will increase your energy, your state. Oxygenating your body was incredible. So, you know, as a fitness goer, I took so much away from this event that I wouldn't have expected. I didn't know what Life Mastery was really about. I just said, I'm committed, I'm going all in, but incredible. So I've got to share these resources with you if you've hung with me until now. The mood meter, the rapid planning method down below, as well as these detox recipes. Because I'm telling you, just implementing these detox recipes for a few days, I think you'll feel a lot better. If you do the breakfast, lunch, and dinner, wow, you feel so clean, energized, and it's just a great kickoff to any sort of health goal you want to accomplish. Or if you just want to debrief a little bit, you feel like you're all gunked up and bloated, give it a try, man. So thank you so much for watching. I've been loving putting out a little more content, sharing my life, because I'm really into self-improvement. I'm really into the health and fitness industry. I love helping how I can. We all have interesting aspects of our lives, and I know I have some value to share with you as well. So if you haven't already, please subscribe and like. I would love to see more of you, and I'd love to continue producing some pretty cool content, whether I'm the best or not. I'm definitely sure there's better coaches out there at talking about stuff like this, like a Life Mastery event. But hey, I'm doing my part, I'm being me, and I'm having fun doing it. So thank you again, and maybe I'll see you next time. Doing anything that's gonna change that state, or you just simply, I don't even know where I'm going with that. What? If you could take away and implement on yourself, which I'll try and include below. I've always used planners that are task-based, to-do based. Today, Junior.